Hey guys, I just wanted to share today why network marketing. Okay, it took me a while to come around on it, and I kind of want to describe and just tell you guys why I came around on it. All right, now I think true wealth is all about leveraging your time and money. Okay. And that especially pertains to those of you who are in search of passive income, right? Which is the ultimate destination, the quote-unquote last level. Leveraging your time and money. If you're always exchanging your time for money, you don't get a chance to leverage either one, okay? Now, if you invest your money, then your money can go to work for you. You're actually leveraging your money that way by investing. You can make money with your money without requiring any extra time. Now, how can you leverage your time, right? You leverage your time by having people work for you and do the work and be able to train them to do the work, and then they can spend all this time doing all the work and you don't have to. Okay, that's how you leverage your time. You train 10 people to do something, they all go work for 40 hours. You're leveraging, let's say it took you 40 hours to train this team of 10. Or something or thereabouts, say to you 100 hours, right? They all go work for 40 hours a week for 50 weeks a year, and you've just leveraged your time immensely, okay? And that is the key to achieving real wealth. And, I'm not about having, super ritzy ditzy houses and butlers and, that kind of material excess. I think chasing after that fantasy is lame. I grew up in, very wealthy areas, and, to be honest, really wealthy people are, just kind of douchebags in my opinion. Okay, so I don't want you to be hungry for this material excess and be like that guy Ty Lopez who's always rubbing it in everybody's face and he thinks that's really cool. I don't want you to be like that. I don't want to train up an army of materialists here, okay? I'm talking about significantly changing your financial future, okay? Really changing the course of your financial future significantly, okay? Because you can make more and more and more money, and that money that you're making doesn't mean anything if the cost of the goods and services that you need to fulfill the quality of life or to maintain the quality of life, if those keep going up along with your wage, you never really get ahead, and you're just kind of on a treadmill. You're not substantially impacting your financial future. Even saving money and putting it into a 401k, all that kind of stuff, it's really hard to make a significant impact on your financial future by going that route, okay? The people who figure out a way to leverage their time and money are the ones that have a chance to get into maybe, let's say, the top 5 to 10% of earners on the face of the globe. Those are the kind of people who've significantly changed their financial futures. I know it can be hard to believe that you can change your financial destiny, but you need to believe it in order to be successful so that you can start operating from the proper mindset and making the proper moves to leverage your time and money, okay? Now let's look at a traditional business, okay? A traditional business, let's look at some of mine, for example. So it took me forever to get up to where I was making just a couple $1,000s a month, okay? I mean, it just took me an eternity. It took me like 4 years with my own business, working hard on the internet before I was making $2,000 a month, okay? And then finally, in year 5, I had this breakthrough, and I got up to like $6,000 a month. What was the first thing that I did? Well, I went out and I hired somebody and started paying them about $1,500 a month. Okay. After a year, they had made it up to $3,000 a month. Okay, and maybe my income at that point was something like maybe $9,000 a month. Okay. And then, extra fees were accumulating during that time. I hired somebody, I paid them more. Okay, now here's about where I'm at today. just for the month of November 2015, maybe I made, I'd say $35,000 in total money. But now I have a big team. Okay, I just paid all the people that work for me $13,200, right? I have, maybe $5,000 in accumulated expenses and debt, all right? And I don't have a whole lot of money left over. I have some, but I use this to recirculate it back into the business again, okay? So maybe I'll put, I'll pay affiliates, for example. And I could show you that. My affiliates that I have for 2 sites that I'm launching right now, I'm owing them $3,000 a day for the people that they're bringing in, okay? So all that stuff kind of cancels it out. And when I'm making $100,000, I'm still going to I'm going to hire more people. I'm going to have higher expenses. I'll be paying affiliates more, putting more money in marketing, okay? It's not like I'm able to take this money out and just shove it into my pocket. It doesn't work that way. I could pocket some money, but it would impact growth, and then I would be screwed, and I wouldn't be able to continue to grow these businesses, and I'd be treading water, just like I was in a job, okay? But, I am working only a couple hours a day, and these businesses are growing. I look at it like a great long-term savings account. And I've gotten it where I'm not working that much, which is awesome. I'm getting really close to financial enlightenment, right? But it's a huge headache to do this, okay? I could show you my email inbox. It's insane. I'll show you that graphic in a second. Well, you can see there, I have, hold on. Let me go to my email here. Inbox 17,707. That's just the ones I haven't opened. As you can see, I opened more than 50% of my emails. And just looking here, Good Writer, that's me. Todd, that's one of my guys. There's Todd again. Steven's another one of my guys. Jason's one of the people on my team. I have Jennifer, Christy, Rob, all these different people that I work with. And I get emails all day long. That's just what's coming in the last few hours. And this is a slow day. Honestly, this is like half the normal emails that I get. And there's like catastrophes going on all the time. And it's very stressful. And like I said, my affiliates are bringing in subscribers right now. And I'm paying $3,000 a day to draw in new subscribers. And I'm about, at the end of December here, I'm going to be minus 50,000 in the hole, and I've got to go and then earn all that money back plus extra to pay all these people, and it's intense. We're dealing with big boy quantities of money, and it gets a little bit scary. And managing several businesses, several websites, doing all that, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I have to oversee all these people and train all of these people. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's much better than what most people are doing for money. And I already have more money than most people, and I'm making more than most people. But it doesn't come without penalty. Now let's look at network marketing as a way to leverage your time and money. It's just awesome. Okay. Now let's say like here's an example that we can all relate to. Okay. Let's say there's a farmer, right? And he's got 100 acres, and he's like the best carrot farmer on the planet. And he's managed to get his soil just perfect, and he does all these soil tests to make sure that the minerals are at certain ratios, the pH is perfect, that there's a right amount of, clay versus loam versus whatever, right? So let's say we got this farmer, and he's the master. He's got 100 acres, and he works on his farm for 10 years. Finally saves up enough money to start a second farm. Okay? Let's say farm 2. Let's say he's saved up and he's got enough to do 3 farms with all that money he just saved up. Farm 4. Okay? Now what he has to do, he put all of his money that he made, he reinvested it into the launching of these new farms. He cannot run all 4 farms. It's impossible for him to do that. They're not even in the same town, let's say. So now he's got to take his time, and he's got to spend a lot of time training people, hiring people, overseeing the operation, helping things run, okay? And 3 is about all he can handle at one time. Let's say 3 is the most farms he can launch in a year. All right? He's now leveraging his time much better. Okay? He's got these farmers working for him with his methods, and they're out there making money, and he's getting his cut of that. And life is good, and he's expanded. Okay? But it probably took him years to be able to expand to 3 farms. Now, if he wants to expand more, he can't add more than 3 in any given year. Okay? So, a few years later, he's saved up enough money, and he can go and do it again. Farm 5, Farm 6, right? Farm 7. And that's great and all, okay? But it's slow going, it takes forever, and he's still not really expanding very rapidly. He's just gone from 1 to 3 to 6 in maybe the period of like 10-year period, right? I mean, who's got 10 years to wait around to experience some financial expansion and to leverage your time, okay? Let's say instead of doing this, the farmer trains 3 people. Let's say he trains 3 people to start and run a farm just like his. Okay. All right. Now he's got Farm 1, Farm 2. Hey, I don't want dollars. That's fine, I guess. Farm 2, Farm 3. Okay. And each one of these are Farmer 3, and these guys each start 3. Okay. So now he's got 9. He's got 3, 3, and 3 there. Okay. Now, if his system for training is reproducible, and these farmers can now train other farmers, and these farmers can train these 9 farmers to go and do the same, and now he's got 27 farms in the next level, and the next level is all the way to 81 farms, and it keeps expanding from there. What's great about this system is that the original farmer doesn't have to do any work. He trained those people to go out, and now those people can go and expand, train new people, expand into more farms. They can do all those things without him needing any more of his time. Now, what's the problem with this? Right? The problem with this is that where is he going to come up with all the money for this? Right? Like, where's all this money going to come from to buy all these new farms? Now, if he wanted those people to actually buy the farms themselves and receive training from people below him, essentially what he's now created is a franchise business, right? Franchise businesses are great. It's a great way to leverage both your time, and you don't need a bunch of money because other people are bringing their money into the business. So you can expand a lot more quickly because you're not limited to just the amount of money you have. Other people are pouring their money in. They're overcoming the startup cost, and they're going out there and they're expanding your business without you needing to do much of anything. Now, you'll have to provide some oversight and all that kind of stuff from time to time. But essentially, the franchise business is the ultimate, right? It's the ultimate way to leverage your time and money. And it's best to think of network marketing is basically a franchise business. Okay? The difference between a franchise network marketing is that it is less risk to get in. Expansion happens more quickly. Doesn't require as much skill, right? Larger pool, I could keep going. There's a larger pool of people that you can tap into, right? Because if you have a franchise and it costs $100,000 to get in on your franchise, then you're limited to how many people who have $100,000 sitting around, which is not many, right? But network marketing, people can get in for a few $100s, right? So anybody who's got a few $100s sitting around, they're a candidate for opening up a franchise of your little business and expanding, and they multiply without you, and people below you are motivated to help out, okay? And what happens is that as you go through all these different levels and you replicate and these numbers start increasing exponentially, you're leveraging your time and money in an incredible way. I mean, these people are working all the time. Thousands of people can be in your downline. Even tens and hundreds of thousands of people can be in your downline. And a little oversight from you is about all that's required. And, by the time you've got tens of thousands in your downline, you could probably hire somebody to do everything that you do and basically retire and still have this passive income trickling in all the time. So there's, it's not like there's no downsides to network marketing at all. But if you look at the entire financial structure and all of business and all of employment and all the ways to make money, nothing leverages your time better. And your money, really, because you can get in at such a low cost. There's really no risk. I mean, you're going to be out less than $1,000 if you decide that you just don't feel like it and you don't feel up for going out there and hustling for a little while to get things set into motion. But once you set things into motion, you're going to be making money off of other people's work. You get to piggyback their time. They're putting in the time, not you. And your income can expand. Your income can expand without requiring you to do more and more and more work. And that's the beauty of network marketing. And that's why network marketing can change people's financial futures. And because it's so inexpensive to get in, it can change a very large percentage of the population's financial future. It's accessible to at least half the population of the industrialized nations or whatever, and even beyond that, because really the entry fees are really insignificant in the grand scheme of things. I mean, the average startup cost on your typical business is like something like $30,000. And if we look even at some of the standard routes, I mean, this is just crazy here, right? I love this. Doctors, the deceptive salary of doctors, right? And this goes through and compares them to teachers, and it looks at all the time spent becoming a doctor, 41,760 hours, money spent becoming a doctor. It totals up to be $687,000, which in student loans could be $34,000 a year for 20 years to pay that off, plus interest. You get a much higher tax rate. Okay, and even though the average doctor salary is $202,000, you're only left with $111 at the end of the year. And you work a lot more than a 40-hour work week in order to make that money. You compare that with teachers, they may not make nearly as much money, right? Only $2 million in their career versus 5.2. But you break it down by the number of hours it takes to become one. In terms of training, you look at lifetime hours worked, teachers get the whole summer off, blah, 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 blah. And then you break all that down, and you can see lifetime hours are double to be a doctor versus a teacher. And you divide that all out by total amount of money made, and look, $33.03 per hour for the doctor versus $33.06 per hour for the teacher. And, I mean, this is like the best case scenario in terms of earning potential as an employee, or taking this traditional route where you go to school and do all those things, only to make $33.03 per hour. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, I told you I work 2 hours a week, or per day. I make a lot more than $33.03 an hour, that's for sure. Okay, it took me a while to get there. But with network marketing, I'm going to be able to expand on that. And I could have gotten there much quicker with network marketing, but I didn't know this about network marketing. And you know how I found out that network marketing, how I found out about it being such a great way to leverage time, is that a lot of the other bloggers and people who were doing the things that I was doing, they added network marketing to their arsenal of things that they do and ways that they make money. And in a flash, it was their number one source of income from all the things that they do. I mean, it just squashed the money they were making from advertising and selling their books and selling their courses and selling other things as an affiliate and doing that whole internet hustle. When they entered into network marketing and got some people in and set that into motion and watched their levels and their tiers expand, wow. I mean, I know several people making 6 figures a month with network marketing, and they were making lucky to make $10,000 a month when they were just blogging, doing all those other things. And it's less work. It's less work doing what they're doing now than it was doing all the other internet business related stuff that they were doing. And it's all because they're leveraging their time in just incredible ways. It's an incredible way to leverage your time. And you can take all this extra money that you get in network marketing and you could pump it back into advertising. You could get more leads. You could bring in more people, expand your network even larger in your organization, and make even more money. And start to leverage your money to expand your network marketing business to even greater heights. So I know everybody wants to change their financial future. They want to do it. And I think it's time to stop focusing on all the different ways that you can do that and focus on network marketing, which is the most likely path. It is the most likely path to true passive income. And not only is it the likeliest path to true passive income and substantial amounts of it, but it has the lowest entry fee. It's cheaper than going to school. It's cheaper than starting your own business. It's cheaper than investing. It's cheaper than anything that you could possibly think of. So dig your heels in and go deep on network marketing. Overcome the negative biases that you may have towards it, because I'm telling you, in the world today, 2015, going on 2016, if you're looking to change your financial future and you're just an average, everyday, regular person, you're not going to change it by working more hours. You're not going to change it by going back to school and getting a higher level of degree than you have now. Network marketing is how you can change it. And if you can just bite your lip and get through that first few months where you have to go out and do the uncomfortable part of contacting people and getting your first people in, if you can hustle through that process and make that happen and get the ball rolling and set that into motion, you can indeed change your financial destiny and do so much more easily than any other route you could possibly take. That's it. Hopefully that gets you fired up to take this very seriously and gives you a good attitude adjustment about the whole process in general and gets you ready to go out there and kick some butt and make this happen.